Hi, I'm Margi Green. I'm a neuromuscular massage therapist and the creator of my Relax and Lengthen classes, where, just as the name implies, we relax and our muscles lengthen so much more. And another part of my classes involve teaching proper ways to do things, everyday habits and tasks like bending. And as gardeners, we bend a lot. But I bet you didn't know that we bend 2,000 to 3,000 times a day, did you? I didn't know that until recently. So we do need to know how to do it properly to protect our back. Thank you to the backyard growers for all you do for us as a community and for us as individuals to empower us to grow and learn about our own beautiful and nutritious food right in our own backyard right now. Yay, thank you. So back to bending with ease. So all bending, whether we do it from the ground, kneeling, sitting, or standing, involves a concept called and a technique called hip hinging. So I bought this hinge at Ace Hardware to show you, so you can really learn this. So most of us, or a lot of us, have bent from high up, like in our waist. Watch what happens to my back. And by the way, my head goes forward too quickly as well. So there's a problem with that, and I'll show you why in a minute. The proper place to bend from is way down here, where the leg fits into the hip socket. And if you carry this over, that's where that circle is. And this, by the way, creases when you bend your knees. So we're going to use that in a minute to do hip hinging. So that dot is just like this dot in the hip hinge, the hinge from Ace Hardware, I mean. This represents our legs, this our back. And when you bend from the hip, the natural bending place, the shape of the back does not change one bit. Why is that important? I'll show you. You're gonna love this. So this, if you can see inside me, these are the knobs that stick out in back of my spine. These are the vertebral bodies. This is the disc in between the nerves that go up and down and also come out the side, if you can see that. Now, when I round my back and get my arm out of the way, scrunch in front, I'm putting too much pressure in this front part of my body. So that is like putting too much pressure here. Watch the red. It goes back and out into the nerves, out back or on the side. Not good over time, repeatedly. The second reason, as I mentioned before, your head becomes way heavier way too quickly. For every inch forward, it represents 10 more pounds. So when I hip hinge, it's not so bad. When I call let my head lead the way rather than my heart, it becomes heavy. And what holds it up? These muscles back here. It's a pulley system. You may not have thought of that. I certainly didn't for a long time, but it is. And it just, these run out of oxygen, they get tired, fatigued, they go into aching. So how do we learn this? 2 ways. Remember that crease right here? When you bend your knees, so separate your legs. We're going to do a few S's here. Separate your legs, soften your knees, and send your hips back. So just bring your hands here to the crease, find the crease, press back. You can learn this. Yes, you can. Press back and then support your weight. Relax your back, soften your back. That's the last S. But this becomes a shelf. When you bend your knees, you can rest here. So if you're going to be working for a while, use it. Or you can, of course, rest on your raised garden bed or something else. Half close your eyes, feel into your back. You may even want to put your hand there. And help retrain your muscles. Instead of gripping, because they could be gripping. They'll be hard. See if you can soften them. That's the last S. Okay. The other way we can learn this is something I taught to kids and adults, so yes, you can learn it too. And you can teach it to somebody else to help protect their back. This is a bamboo pole at the Grow Fest last year. I showed this and a lot of people did it. And like I said, you can learn to do it too. You can use anything as long as it's not too heavy. So you attach 3 points to it and you keep those points attached. That's the trick. So the back of my head, my upper back, and my hips. Okay, those 3 points. And separate your legs, soften your knees, keep those 3 points attached there, and bend. Hinge from the hips, hinge from the hips. You keep your gaze out rather than down, sort of out and down. And watch for this happening. The forward head, texting. Texters, we're familiar with that. But anyway, we can retrain. So this is a great method to train your head to be back where it should be and relieve aches and pains in your neck muscles, your shoulder muscles, and your back muscles. So I will be checking on you. We'll do some live Zooms at your own growing bin, your own raised garden bed. And I just want to also say, stay safe, stay happy, and keep gardening.